You got to stop being afraid. I'm just going to put it out there. You must not let fear get in the way. My name's Joel. I'm a sound recording mixer, supervising sound editor. I've been part of the post-production sound industry for the past 16 years, and I'm here to help empower you to navigate, believe, and thrive in the post-production sound industry. Friend, wherever you are in your post-production sound journey, fear is something that you will face. You will face fear. It's just in us. It's part of the human experience. We get to experience fear. One of the big differences between those who actually succeed and those who don't are how they handle fear. I'll never forget, I was driving to sit down to mix my very first episode of Modern Family. An opportunity had presented itself, and the regular effects mixer needed to jump onto another project. So my name came up and I got the opportunity. I was terrified. I was so afraid of looking dumb, of looking silly, of making a mistake. I was terrified that they would find out. That I was a fraud. That was my fear. That wasn't real. It was an imagined fear. Because the truth of the matter was, I got the opportunity. I got the call. My name was in the conversation, and the producers said, "Sure, this person Joel seems great. Let's get him on." And as I approached the mix, driving up and pulling up, I just remember just being so nervous and so scared. And I could have let the fear overtake me and not got out of the car that day, because fear has a real funny way of messing up our brains, and sometimes some of us have experienced fear holding us back from actually doing the thing. Well, I didn't let it get in the way. I got up and I got out of the car. I went to the mix stage and I proceeded to meet everybody and have, real difficult conversations. I remember the producer was really like, "Hey, we're an Emmy award-winning show, and everything comes second to the dialogue, to the jokes," which, rightfully so. And so I remember being, "Oh my God, I'm scared. But I did it. And you know what happened? I just did my thing, and the producers were happy. The producers, took a liking to me, and it all worked out. Fear has a way of presenting itself in different forms. And when that fear does come up, we do one of two things. We either face the fear, or we turn away from the thing that is bringing all the fear to eliminate the fear. And oftentimes that looks a lot like us not doing the thing that we want to do. Whether it's a dream, a goal, a passion, something, you, my friend, have a passion to be part of this industry. You are part of this industry. You want to go from here to there with your goals. We all have goals. We all have dreams. I sat in front, of a screen much like this many, many years ago at a movie theater, on the brink of emotion, because I'm like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I need to be a part of telling that story. I need to be a part of that. How do I do that? It started with a desire. It started with an idea and dream that I need to be part of this. Friend, isn't it funny that there's an inherent desire to be part of something bigger than ourselves? Because I don't know if you felt it. I've totally felt it. I mean, that's what that silver screen was screaming to me so many years ago. "Joel, you need to be a part of this." Because there's something special when we're part of something bigger than ourselves. Would you not agree? And so I was having a conversation recently with a colleague, and the concept of fear came up. Like, too afraid to ask for something, too afraid to Advocate for yourself. Well, friend, today, there is something that is holding you back, something that you're afraid to do, someone you're afraid to reach out to. Yet if you just followed through and made the big ask, you could find yourself on the other side with the rewards. Fear, don't let it get in the way, friend. Fear is terrifying, yes, but the difference maker between those who actually are the ones we perceive as successful, the big difference really is only that those who succeed face the fear, and instead of turning away from it, like I know that I have many times in my life, they acknowledge the fear and move past it. Acknowledge the fear, but proceed. I don't know how many times I've acknowledged the fear, like I'm afraid, and then walked to the other way to avoid feeling that emotion of fear. So this is a little bit of a different kind of video because I don't know where you're at in your career in post-production sound. I've had the wonderful, blessed opportunity to be part of some really amazing projects, to mix some really awesome, shows and films with some of the best filmmakers in this industry. And I'm so grateful for those opportunities. And I can tell you today that nervous feeling, like it never goes away because there's always a new experience. There's always something new. But you just acknowledge it. You acknowledge the fear and then you move and you proceed forward instead of backward. So friend, if you want to be a part of that, telling the stories that are coming off the big silver screens in our theaters, or, I don't have my phone, but, the streaming stuff, the stuff that is, it's what a wonderful time to be part of creating content for TV, everything we work on now are mini movies. It's amazing. If you want to be part of that, friend, don't let the fear in your head get in the way. Don't believe the lies of your internal heckler. You belong here, friend. Don't let the fear get in the way. So today, you know what it is that you have to do. There's something that is holding you back from getting to the next step you want to on your journey throughout this industry. So I want you to take a second and ask yourself, and if you know what it is and you feel enough courage to share it with us in the comments, let us know in the comments what you're going to be facing, what fear it is. Maybe it's writing that email to somebody, reaching out and asking, hey, can I be part of that? What's the worst thing that can happen, friend? They say no problem. Do you know how many stories I've heard of people saying, I was so afraid, but then I just did it. Or rather this one. I kept asking and I kept asking and I kept asking. And finally they said, fine, go for it. I have a wonderful colleague. She's a fantastic sound editor in this industry. And her story, when she was telling me, her story was chocked with persistence. They said, you know why you got the job? Because you kept asking me. And I just finally said, you know what? Fine, go for it. And she proved herself and has been a long-standing, wonderful, creative, awesome in this industry for many, many years. So friend, don't let the fear of rejection hold you back today. What is it that you're afraid of? Today, make a decision to say, I'm going to acknowledge fear and proceed and move forward with that which I am most fearful of. Friend, thank you for taking a second to just have a real candid conversation today on the mixed stage about fear, because I'm convinced that fear holds 98% of us back. Okay, I'm making up the percentage, but 9 times out of 10, the thing that prevents us from accomplishing our goals, from pursuing our aspirations, is fear. Fear gets in the way. That rejection, what if they say no? Friend, what if they do say no? That's okay. Move past it. Get the no's out of the way, because somewhere in the future, there's a yes waiting for you. So acknowledge the fear, but then proceed forward, friend. Thanks for taking time being here today. Mastering Post-Production Sound, a little different of a video here. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing, can't talk today, subscribing to the channel. We're grateful to have you. If you're new, I have a free gift for you. It's the 5 core principles that I have learned over the past 16 years that have built my career. I'm going to share them with you. Head over to masteringpostproductionsound.com/insider's guide to grab your free guide. So friend, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for just letting me speak a little bit about fear, because it's something that we all face. So I'll see you in next week's video or in one of these videos over here on the side. Thanks for taking time. All right, fear. All right, friend. Yeah, all right, fear, get out of here. Friend, you got this.